I don't know about you, but desk accessories is something that I feel it's always evolving in my setup, and I can never get tired of watching this kind of videos. So today, let me show you a couple of desk accessories that I've been rocking with this past few months, and some might be actually worth checking out. So chill back, grab some snacks, and let's go through this list. And by the way, don't worry because this list is not ranked. So first up on the list, we got the Delta 35 GaN fast charger by Gavastar. You might remember its big brother, the Alpha 65 from my iPad accessories video. And like the name suggests, this is a 35 watt total power output fast charger that is also eco-friendly thanks to their GaN technology. It's got dual USB-C ports so you can charge up to 2 devices at the same time. The best part is that it's smart. So when you're charging 2 devices, it splits the power evenly, but when you're using just one port, it dedicates the full 35 watt to give you that quick juice. And if you're into aesthetics, this charger is a vibe, especially if you're into pink or white, depending on your setup, of course. So there's a few reasons why I think this is worth checking out. Most devices these days don't come with fast chargers out of the box, like the new iPhones, for example, or other power accessories. Like, they don't have a dedicated power brick, and that's when I think devices like this come to the rescue. And in the case of the Delta 35, it's not just a charging speed and power. When Gavastar told me they were launching the new line of chargers, I jumped right on it, and I got excited because I use the Alpha 65 every day. I just think that these mecha inspired robot designs, they are so cool, and you can flex them on your desk setup, and you can actually customize them a little bit. But here's the sad part for me. I think that these guys, they look so cool that it's almost a shame to hide them behind a wall plug or even behind your desk, which is how they are designed to actually be plugged onto a wall. It would have actually been awesome to have a USB-C port on the back to power them. Like this, you can kind of use them as a showpiece on your setup, but to be honest, I'm not even sure how much it would affect the capabilities of the GaN technology. I'm just saying that it would be really awesome to have them as an actual functional piece on top of the desk instead of at the bottom or just on a wall plug. Either way, shout out to Gavastar for sending this one over. Not sure if I'm gonna use the pink on my setup because my setups are mostly black and orange with walnut accents. So if you have a pink setup and you think that this would be a dope accessory to have, shoot me a comment below and write the word pink so that I can send this one to you. You might just cover the shipping though. Now let's talk about how I maximize the Delta 35 or even the Alpha 65 chargers. I use the AOHI USB-C to USB-C cable with display that you can actually see the power flow while charging your phone, your tablet, or your laptop. It's like a power meter to your devices. And this is something I totally ignored until I started using. And it's funny now that every time that I'm charging that I'm not using this specific cable, I kind of feel like I'm missing out. I'm missing out on the information to know how many watts of power is actually going to this device. So I think it's something really cool. An additional thing that they have, it's also like an indicator LED light. Whenever your device is fully charged, it turns into green, and to give you even a bigger peace of mind, especially for those overnight chargers, is that whenever it's done charging, it displays the amount of wattage going in, and you can tell that sometimes it's 0, sometimes it's 1. But that just to me gives me a peace of mind because I know that I'm not overloading my battery when I'm leaving them overnight to charge. As far as durability, it's got a combination of braided nylon and TPE, which makes this table very tough. It can withstand a lot of bends, and they actually advertise as 30,000 bends. Now that's a lot of wear and tear. It's funny, even though we like buying new stuff here and there, you just never want your cable to tear up. It's just so annoying, and then you gotta find interesting positions for your device to charge. So I don't think this one is gonna be a problem here. By the way, any links or promo codes that I'm gonna have for the products that I mentioned in this video, you can find it on the description below. If you're a content creator or streamer, you know how crucial good audio is. So I decided to finally upgrade from my condenser USB microphone to a proper XLR setup. So my interface of choice was the Audien EVO 4, primarily for its functionality, of course, but that black on black aesthetics just won me over. It's got a little green button on the top, but it's not an eyesore at all. It comes with two XLR mic preamp inputs on the back with an additional two left and right inputs for your choice of speaker monitors and a USB-C port to connect the device to your computer. It also has a dedicated headphone output and an instrument input for those of you that make music. Another thing that made me go for this interface is that it ensures that your audio is captured with the utmost quality. And its biggest feature is their smart gain button, which analyzes your input signal and sets the optimal input gain levels automatically whenever you're recording. And that is a game changer itself. So no more fumbling with your settings, but if you are into fumble, the big wheel in the middle can help you do just that. It lets you adjust your mic gain levels and your headphones output volume. So for those of you using condenser or dynamic microphones, the 48-volt phantom power button is a must. All you need to do is choose between input 1 or 2, which selects the dedicated microphone you are currently using. And because it connects to your PC, you can easily monitor your recordings with zero latency and control over everything with a professional setup because of their EVO app. It's got a dedicated button for you to adjust your headphone volumes and another one to monitor and control the mix. So that button actually lets you fine-tune the balance between your live audio and your playback from your computer. Like this, you can actually do voiceovers and recordings and hear your own voice in real time without any delay. And to complement the EVO 4, I got my hands on the Fifine dynamic microphone, which I think it's kind of a diamond in a rough, to be honest with you guys. We all know the Shure SM7B is the king at this point when it comes to podcasts or recordings, and I also use the Rode PodMic when I podcast with friends, but the way technology is going today, I'm amazed by how much we have access to for way less. That's why I'm impressed by this microphone, and it actually has a pretty great build quality with substantial weight to it. So it's got an SPL of 130 dBs, which means it won't distort your audio when you're recording vocals, videos, or music. The cardioid pattern is great when dealing with background noise, for example those hums and those buzzes from your hard drives and your computer fans. It delivers your voice with crystal clear detail and minimal noise processing. And it rocks a XLR interface, adding a sense of audio space to your podcast recording. Now here's where things get a little bit interesting. This mic doesn't just come with an XLR connection, it also packs a USB option. So you can save time and plug it directly to your setup or your laptop using the 8-feet USB cable that comes with it. And I think that's super convenient when you're in a hurry and you don't want to fuss with the settings or set up a dedicated audio interface for it. For the same level of quality, you can just plug it via USB and it should deliver a similar quality compared to the XLR connection. And to sweet things up, Fifine added a tap to mute button in front of the mic for USB users only. It's a small detail, but it could make a world of difference. Now here's a heads up for my Mac users. You can control the recording audio volume using the gain knob on the studio mic, but this feature is only available again when you are connected via USB. It helps when you want to fine-tune your broadcast audio to that perfect sound. So there you have it. And by the way, if you're thinking about pairing this with an adjustable arm, Fifine's got one as well that you can purchase separately, and it's pretty sturdy. However, here's the catch. The range of motion is a little bit limited. It expands to about 31 inches, and if you like your mic to hang low on your desk, this is perfect for you. But if you're all about the drop from the top broadcast look, then you might want to explore other arm options. And that was one of the biggest drawbacks for me when it came to this specific arm, so I'll be swapping this arm pretty soon. Alright, so speaking about your desk and things close to your desk, let's talk about the Hexal Desk Mat. This thing has got a rigid premium feel to it. You can even bend it even if you wanted to, and that's because it's magnetic, and I'll tell you more about this in a second. But this high quality mat was built with vegan leather and it's top notch, which adds a touch of sophistication to your setup, retailing for $138 from the Hexal website. It comes with a magnetic wrist pad, although I personally don't use it at all since I already have a dedicated wrist pad for my keyboard. But the pad is incredibly soft. I mean, it's so comfortable that I didn't want to move my arms away when I got it. It's almost like it has a memory foam layer inside. If you don't like wrist rest for your keyboard, this could actually be an option for you. Full disclosure though, Hexal actually hooked me up with this mat a few months ago before he actually hit the market. But my initial impressions were a little bit mixed up. You see, I was used to those cheap flimsy mouse pads that made my mouse just glide effortlessly. So when I first laid my hands on this mat, I found it slightly resistant to my mouse movement. And it had a very premium feel, but I just wasn't sure if it was a good fit for me. So I put it to the side for a while, but about a month ago, I decided to give it another shot, man, and I'm glad I did it because this mat became my favorite quickly. And I think it was just a matter of me getting used to it, and now that I use it daily, I don't even feel the resistance I felt when I got the mat. So that just goes to say. So for you PC gamers out there, depending on the level of the resistance tolerance you like on your mouse, this might not be a good fit for you. But for those that are just into aesthetics, productivity, hey, this might be among the few high quality mats out there that could be worth checking out. And on the topic of organization, let's talk about this metal sleek EDC Organizer. I stumbled upon this thing on Amazon. I think it's a hidden gem, and I actually featured it on my hybrid desk setup video, but I don't think people talk about this enough because it's got a minimalist design that will blend pretty well on any dark setup in my opinion. It's a metal build, it's got a durable wool liner that will help your items to stay safe from scratches or scuffs. That's why I'm talking about it again, because I don't think I talked about it enough on my previous video. I was searching on Amazon for hours and it took me a while to come across this guy. And besides just the regular wooden ones that you can find on Amazon left and right, I think this one is a pretty unique pick, so go check it out. And last but not least on our list is something that you might consider getting, and that's a small desk vacuum. I found this guy and it was actually a perfect fit for me because it's not just a vacuum, it's a duster as well. It won't just spread the particles all over, it will help you pick them up, and it comes with a brush and connectors for you to get in those small places and crevices. So this one is by a brand called Bridgie, and it's got this metal minimalist style to it. So if you're a little bit of OCD cleaning like me, you might want to check out something like this. If these accessories were new to you, I hope they inspire you to breathe some life into your space. And again, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week.